And we welcome you guys here to episode 2 of the Ty Walker Show of season number 2. I am Ty Walker, and I'm not going to be the only one on today, as we will have a special guest a little bit later on in the show. He will be my, no, well, every Wednesday. He's going to be on it's not going to be a Wednesday, though, for this week, because we had some big news. So he's going to be on today, and then we'll hope that he's on tomorrow, along with our other Wednesday others. But a lot to get through today. This is probably going to be one of those long episodes today. As I know today was supposed to be the day that we're supposed to interview with Braden Lassner, but due to some reasons that he is not available for the interview today, it will be pushed off to tomorrow or any other day that he is available just to work with his schedule. But let's go ahead and get to the top headlines. Obviously, the biggest headline so far is Aaron Rodgers getting traded to the New York Jets. We will talk about that a little bit later, fully in depth, as our special guest will be on also to talk about that. De'Aaron Fox, doubtful for Game 5 with an injury. We'll also talk about that a little bit later on today. Trade rumors circling around Tennessee Titans. The Philadelphia Eagles are interested, according to A.J. Brown. Some rumors going around that the Houston Texans may not draft a quarterback, though. But, I mean, it is the lying part of the season. So we'll just have to see what happens as the draft is coming up very, very quickly. And later on today, we'll also have my mock draft as something was affected in this dealing with the Aaron Rodgers trade. But let's go ahead and get straight into this, talking about the Aaron Rodgers trade, as Aaron Rodgers has been traded to the New York Jets. All of this drama is finally over. We have been talking about this for I don't even remember how long now. It seems like it's been a whole eternity that we've been talking about this and just waiting and waiting and waiting. When's Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets? We know he's interested, but it's now. Yesterday was the day that he's going to the New York Jets. But here's the trade-off. Here's the trade details. The Jets are receiving Aaron Rodgers, pick number 18 in the draft as a first-round pick, and pick number 170 as the Packers. They will receive pick 13. So it's a first-round swap, pick 42, pick 207, and a 2024 second that is conditional if Aaron Rodgers plays 65% or more of plays for the New York Jets. It will become a first-round pick, as I expect it to become a first-round pick. But I'm going to go ahead and bring on my special guest here today, Trev Productions. We're going to have him on. We're talking about this Aaron Rodgers trade. What's up, Trev?
What up?
Well, I just want to get your reactions real quick. What do you think about the Aaron Rodgers trade?
You know what? First of all, finally, we've been waiting the last 2 months or something. No, more like a month. But finally, and also, I think hot take maybe that the Packers won this trade.
Really? Okay. Well, I got a couple of questions about this that we're going to answer. So I guess you already answered the first one. You think that the Packers won this trade?
Yes.
Well, I'm agree with you. Just looking at Aaron Rodgers, he's old. He's 39 years old. The only reason really why he's playing this upcoming season is, well, he doesn't want to retire this year ever since Tom Brady retired. He wants to be the main star of his Hall of Fame class. He doesn't want anybody else being in the way of him retiring and him in his Hall of Fame class. It's obvious Aaron Rodgers is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But I think Aaron Rodgers has one, maybe two. I wouldn't put it past anybody that Aaron Rodgers plays 2 more years. But I think most of us think that he's going to play 1 more year. And trading a first rounder, potentially 2, I think most likely it will be 2 first-round picks. I know one of them is a first-round pick swap. Green Bay is going to be getting the Jets first, and the Jets are getting Green Bay's first, and oh my God, I don't know if I said that right. The Jets are getting the Green Bay's first, and the Packers are getting New York's first. There we go. So, it's crazy, and honestly, the Packers got a lot. But I mean, it's better than what the original trades offers were at the beginning. I know there's one that they were trying to get Aaron Rodgers for just pick number 13, and then there's the one where they're going to try to trade Aaron Rodgers for the Jets back-to-back second rounders. But I mean, I think it's an overspin. But with all that said, do you think that this trade is a Super Bowl or bust with potentially Aaron Rodgers retiring after this year?
Yeah, and I would just explain my reason why.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 years ago when Devontae Adams was on the Packers was like unstoppable. Like they were like the Kansas City Chiefs now. Like they always got the first round bye like almost every year. And Devontae Adams was like having like the most yards almost every single year. Then Devontae Adams went to the Raiders, and then Aaron Rodgers got stuck with Christian Watson as his wide receiver one. Pretty good receivers around them, but like not a Devontae Adams type player. He missed the playoffs. Okay? And then with the Jets, him coming over to the Jets, I think the Packers have a better receiver core than the Jets do. So I just don't
That's
think the
a
Jets
very
are going to make.
bold statement. That's a very bold statement, I'm going to say.
I just don't think the Jets are going to make the playoffs. And
Okay. So you think that Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs is a better wide receiver group than Garrett Wilson and Alan Lazard? And
yes,
Corey
I think
Davis?
yes, I think Christian Watson does have a brighter future than all of them, and I think he will be a better receiver with all a better receiver than all of them.
Well, we'll just have to see.
Just look at last season. He was a better receiver than all of those.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I don't see it. Why not?
Well, I know
Aaron
I know
Rodgers
I
was.
already answered this, but how many more years do you think Rodgers has in him?
Okay. I think he has one. It depends. It just
One?
really depends. It really depends. Okay. Here's the scenario. If the Jets do horrible, I think he is not going to retire because he wants to end it on a good note, I think. If the Jets do pretty good, maybe make it to the first round of the playoffs, I think
Yeah.
he might just retire there if they get eliminated there. I think
Okay.
1 year at least and 2 years at most. So I would just say 2 years.
2 years at the most?
Yes.
I can agree with that. 2 years at the most for Aaron Rodgers. Well, I don't know. Did you see Sauce Gardner's reaction to this that he put on Twitter?
Oh no, I didn't.
Well, Sauce Gardner sent a text message to Aaron Rodgers because remember the game at Lambeau where Sauce Gardner got the cheesehead?
Yeah.
Right when the trade happened, Sauce Gardner sent a picture of the cheesehead that's in his room from that game, and Aaron Rodgers responded, "Why do you still have that?" Sauce Gardner, it's pretty much getting summed up. He's saying, "I was waiting for you to get traded here, and then I'm going to burn it, and then we're going to win a Super Bowl." And Aaron Rodgers replied, "That would be a cool story."
A story that would never happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, bro. These are the teams that he's not gonna get past. He's not gonna get past the Chiefs, Bengals, Jags, Bills. I would say Ravens. I would say
You're going bold
Dolphins.
there. You're going bold there with the Jags there.
No, I know that for a fact. I
You
don't
know
want
it for a
some.
fact?
I don't want some. I don't want some AD or throwing a few touchdown passes on Brian Branch, bro. I ain't and Tyson Campbell. I ain't doing that now. Okay.
Well, while we still have you here, it's time for the speed round. As we're going to speed through some of these topics here. All three of these topics we're going to go through here in the speed round. going to be NFL. We're going to get your reactions to it and my reactions, with number one being the Titans, though there have been interest in Derrick Henry, have not received any trade calls for running back Derrick Henry. What do you think?
I'm just gonna say right here, he's gonna be a Philadelphia Eagle.
You think so? Well, the Eagles are the top favorite, and if a trade does happen, and there is some players out there talking about this, like AJ Brown.
Like AJ Brown literally said, "Hey, at Eagles or something." He said, "Try and get 22 here if you can make it happen," or something on the lines of that. And I was like, "Please, I don't want him in our division again."
Yeah. Well, next up, potential D Hop trade, as there has been talks between the Cardinals and the Chiefs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire also involved in this trade. If the price is right, you think it's a good trade?
Like I said with the Derrick Henry and Philadelphia Eagles, D Hop is going to the Chiefs.
Well, so far, the rumors we've heard is the Chiefs might give up Clyde Edwards-Helaire and a fourth and a fifth for 31-year-old, still a star though, DeAndre Hopkins.
I like.
Rumors spreading around that Houston Texans may not select a quarterback in this draft. I mean, it is lying season. Do you really believe this or no?
I could.
You could.
I would see them maybe going to a direct route, maybe.
So, do you really trust that Davis Mills is the future?
No,
No.
no.
So, do you think that they don't draft a quarterback here and they wait for next year for Caleb Williams?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna say it's
oh,
gonna happen, but it could.
but I mean, it could.
Yeah, I think they're gonna draft the QB, but it could.
I mean, I will admit it is lying season. We're also hearing rumors out there the Chiefs might draft a running back in the first round. So we don't know. We don't
Man,
know if any of this is true. It is the part where NFL teams do start to lie. I mean, and this thing right here, the rumor Houston may not select a quarterback, could be a lie. As Bryce Young could be selected first overall, and that could be the guy that Houston wants. And maybe
I
he
think they
doesn't
do
get
want
there.
Bryce Young. I mean, it's obvious they want Bryce Young. I don't think they want CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
If if they if the Panthers get Bryce Young, they're getting Will Anderson, the Texans, and maybe I don't know.
Let's go ahead and transition into the NBA now, as breaking news coming out in one of the biggest series we've been monitoring, the Kings and Warriors series, the game 5 coming up. Obviously, the series tied at 2-2 apiece. And Sacramento Kings star De'Aaron Fox is now listed as doubtful for game 5. Why? He's broken the tip of his index finger on his shooting hand. This is big news. Looking at betting odds going in with De'Aaron Fox before the news came out, Sacramento was favored by 1.5. Now with this big news of De'Aaron Fox potentially not playing, Golden State now favored by 3. This is big news. The Warriors really have struggled on the road a lot this season, even though they are one of the best home teams, though. On the road, they're a little bit shaky, as this game will be played in Sacramento. Do you think De'Aaron Fox, the best player for Sacramento, voted clutch player of the year in the NBA? Do you think an absence of him will be an issue for Sacramento?
Yeah, I'm a Warriors fan myself, just because I don't know. Steph Curry has always been my favorite player. I really, and yes, I do think De'Aaron Fox will be a big. I think if he does not play, the Warriors will win. Just because, I mean, Buddy Hield is good. You cannot get me wrong with that. Wait, are we talking about the right team here?
Do what?
Okay, yeah. Buddy Hield is good. If De'Aaron Fox, wait, yeah. If
Yeah.
De'Aaron
Yeah.
Fox does not play, I think Buddy Hield will have a good game, but I just don't think they can get past Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, etc.
And Jordan Poole, especially if there's
Jordan
any baddies
Poole.
in the stands, and Jordan Poole sees them.
If Addison Ray comes in the stadium, Jordan Poole is dropping 90. Anyways,
Well, here's the scenario right now. It is a 2-2 series tie with what's projected to happen with the absence if De'Aaron Fox is not able to suit up. Game 5, if Golden State were to win, Game 6 will be at the Chase Center, and we obviously know how Golden State plays at home. Potentially, the Warriors can win this in 6 games if De'Aaron Fox does not suit up Game 5, as he is listed as doubtful. But I think it's time to switch back to football as today, like every day until the draft, we're going to have our prospect of the day. And today's prospect of the day is Nathaniel Dell, wide receiver out of Houston. Such a great wide receiver. He's going to be picked in one of those middle rounds. Not somebody that's been highly sought after, but he really is a good player. And since I have you here, Trev, who do you think is your prospect of the day? Who's your one of your favorite prospects in this draft? You there?
I'm here.
Who do you think is your favorite prospect in this draft this year?
Well, obviously Brian Branch, I would say, but I'm not gonna go like that route. So anyone else? This might be a very long shot. I'm gonna go with Deuce Vaughn out of Kansas State.
O- Okay, okay, not a bad pickup there. He is such a good running back, and he is supposed to be projected to go in one of those middle to later rounds. But you know,
Yeah.
the running backs in this class are really good, and I mean, he will be a really good running back for whatever team takes him. We never know which team's going to take him, but he's out there for the takings.
I
But
know
I
he's
think
not
it's
gonna get.
time. I think it's time to get our final part of this show. It's time to go to my first round mock draft, as there was some changes made before I started filming this episode. Gosh dang it, Aaron Rodgers! You got to trade. You got to get traded right before I filmed this episode. Yeah, it's not that bad though, as I really didn't have to switch anything because I mean Green Bay's only moving up 2 spots, so I mean it's not that bad. But let's go ahead and get into this. As the Carolina Panthers, they have the #1 overall pick, as they will be on the board first in Kansas City on Thursday, and I believe they're going to go with quarterback C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State. Why do I think this? Well, Bryce Young, though he is good, he's only 5'10", 5'11". He is a very small quarterback. And I mean, if you know the narrative in the NFL, small quarterbacks really don't do that well in the NFL. I think Houston at 2, though, will go Bryce Young, quarterback out of Alabama.
Mhm.
I think they're going to get the quarterback they want, even though I may not agree. I think he'll be a bust. That's my honest opinion. Just small quarterbacks
Yeah.
don't do that well. And honestly, I don't really believe the narrative that's been spreading around. Houston may not draft a quarterback. It's obvious Davis Mills not the future. They're going to get a quarterback at 2. There's
Mm.
really no reason not to. I mean, why would they? Why else would they tank just to get just to get Will Anderson? I mean, Will Anderson not bad, but they're going to need a quarterback, and Bryce Young is going to be their guy. Arizona at 3, I think they're going to go with the best defensive player in this draft. That's Will Anderson Jr., edge out of Alabama. Such a good defensive player. He's going to be a stud for this Arizona defense. But I also would not be surprised if they drafted a quarterback, since really Kyler Murray hasn't worked out. Kyler Murray is probably going to miss a lot of this next season since he tore his ACL in the latter half of this past season. I also wouldn't be surprised if they go somewhere like Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to go with Will Anderson Jr. Indianapolis, I think it's obvious they're going to go Anthony Richardson, quarterback out of Florida. Seattle, I think they're going to go edge out of Texas Tech. Detroit, this is from LA, from the Matthew Stafford trade. I think they're going to go and get Christian Gonzalez, corner out of Oregon. Jalen Carter, I think will go to Las Vegas, defensive lineman out of Georgia. I think this is where the first trade happens. I think Tampa Bay moves up to 8. I think Atlanta gets picked 19, 82, 175, 181, and a 2024 second just so Tampa Bay can select Will Levis, quarterback out of Kentucky. Now, I know you know, and everyone else knows, they just now signed this past offseason Baker Mayfield. But do you really think Baker Mayfield is the real answer for this team?
No, I don't.
I mean, we've seen past experience of Baker Mayfield. He
Oh,
really didn't do so well with the Browns. He didn't really do so well with Carolina as he got cut. And then he did so with a very short time in LA, though did not get to play with LA's best players like Cooper Kupp.
am I able to say
I,
something real
I
quick?
sure.
I'm a Florida guy. When is Kyle Trask gonna start? Like, like I'm still waiting for Kyle Trask.
There is also that part too, as there has been rumors going around that there's going to be a QB battle between Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield, but I really don't think they're going to really go with Trask yet. I just that's my feeling. I mean, I feel like he's going to be a backup, and that's pretty much all he's going to get to. But I mean, every quarterback does need their chance in the NFL.
Well, Kyle Trask was a first round quarterback, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to think of a backup. But yeah,
Well, let's continue on. Pick number 9. I think Chicago going to go offensive tackle Peter Skoronsky out of Northwestern. They need help on their offensive line badly. Philadelphia with their first of 2 picks. I think they're going to go Devon Witherspoon, corner out of Illinois. But I also would not be surprised if they trade one of these 2 picks so they can get Derrick Henry. Would not be surprised. Tennessee, I think they're going to go wide receiver, who a position they really have been struggling on. I think they're going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they went for Quentin Johnston. Houston Texans, I think their second pick in the first round, I think they're going to go Lucas Van Ness, edge out of Iowa. Now, here is the Jets pick, but obviously what happened yesterday, Aaron Rodgers got traded to the Jets. So what happened? The Jets are trading this pick to the Green Bay Packers, and I think they're going to go and select Miles Murphy, edge out of Clemson. New England Patriots going to go and get Joey Porter Jr., corner out of Penn State. And then here's Green Bay's pick. Obviously, in the Aaron Rodgers trade, there was the first round swap. I think so. This pick is now the New York Jets. And I think they're going to go Paris Johnson Jr., offensive tackle out of Ohio State. Washington, I think, are going to go get Deontay Banks, corner out of Maryland. Pittsburgh, I think they're going to go offensive tackle Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. Detroit, their second pick in this round. I think they're going to get Nolan Smith, edge out of Georgia. Here is Tampa Bay's pick, but obviously what I thought was going to happen is there's going to be that trade from Tampa Bay. So this is going to be Atlanta's pick, and I think they're going to go get Kalijah Cansey, defensive lineman out of Pitts. Then I think I got another trade happening here. This is Seattle's pick, but I think Baltimore's going to move up 2 spots, trade picks 27 and 199 here to get to pick 20. And I think Baltimore will select Quentin Johnston, wide receiver out of TCU. LA Chargers, I think they're going to get Bijan Robinson, one of the best running backs in this draft. Running back out of Texas. Here's Baltimore's pick, but this is going to go to Seattle in my mind. I think they're going to select Brian Branch, safety out of Alabama. Minnesota, I think they're going to go and get Brian Brees, defensive lineman out of Clemson. Jacksonville, I think they're going to go Broderick Jones, one of the best offensive tackles in this draft out of Georgia. New York, they really need wide receiver help. I think they're going to get it here and select Jordan Addison, wide receiver out of USC. Dallas, after they lost their tight end Dalton Schultz, I think they're going to go and draft tight end Michael Mayer out of Notre Dame. Buffalo, they're going to go and get Osiris Torrance, guard out of Florida. Cincinnati, I think they're going to go offensive tackle, get Anton Harrison out of Oklahoma. New Orleans, I think I'm going for a Hail Mary on this one, but who knows? I think they're going to go Zay Flowers, wide receiver at Boston College. Philadelphia's Will McDonald, the 4th, edge out of Iowa State. And finally, the last pick of the first round, Kansas City. I think they're going to get Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah. I think a lot of Chiefs fans also would hope they can get Dalton Kincaid. And that's what I think the Chiefs are going to get. But I want to thank Tribe Productions for joining me on today. It was great having you. Hope to have you on every Wednesday as one of my Wednesday guests.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
obviously today was supposed to be the day we're gonna have the interview with Brayton Lassner, but obviously it's getting postponed. We're hoping we can get it done tomorrow, but if not, it's fine. But we'll try to get it on a later day, like next week, since we have our draft coverage Thursday through Saturday. Also, if we'll have our NFL draft preview tomorrow on Wednesday. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, thanks to Trev for Productions for joining me here today. And once again, I'm Ty Walker, and we will see you guys tomorrow for
thanks for
episode
having.
3. And hopefully, Braden Lassner will be on tomorrow.
Bye.